Thanks, Ross. Well, a fun day to be a part of with military appreciation, special. Hopefully everyone enjoyed all that went into it. There's a lot of people that worked really hard to make this a great day. And, man, I just got a great – I mean, meeting that guy that was 98, I mean, unbelievable. I mean, just incredible. You know, so many great and wonderful people in our military, men and women that make a lot of sacrifices, and just to be a part of this every year is something that I really look forward to. I really do. And it was also special for me today because my high school basketball coach was here, and he's a Vietnam veteran, and definitely one of the reasons that, you know, I think I was able to have some toughness and have some belief as I moved on from high school for sure. But it was a great day. Proud of our team. That's 3 in a row. That's 5 out of the last 6. And so, you know, we're doing a lot of good things, and you know, got a chance to play a lot of people today. We held some people, and we got a lot of coaching to do off this tape for sure. But man, our defense, tremendous. I mean, really, first time since '92, I think, to go 0 for on third down, 0 for 14, and I know 0 for 4 on fourth down doesn't count as a turnover, but I count that as a turnover. Those are huge. 4 stops on downs, and obviously got the 2 takeaways. So, you know, just a great day, 6 sacks, and, you know, great job by Mario and Sheridan getting the turnover as well, and negative in rush yards. So just a really, really good day defensively from really start to finish. Really didn't have any lulls, and we subbed a lot of guys. It was good to see some guys, you know, get a chance to go play, and makes us to watch the tape so we can evaluate them. As y'all know, it's the first time we've had a game around here that come down to the last play. So we haven't really had a chance to play a lot of guys, so it was good to do that. Same thing offensively. You know, we were able to hold Kobe and Shipley. They were both ready to play, but, you know, that was kind of our goal, was if we can hold them, let's hold them. And we were able to do that. We played a lot of guys in the offensive line. Obviously, Putnam was out again today. He'll be back Monday, ready to go. We were able to hold him again. But, you know, the injury bugs continues to kind of creep up on us. Obviously, Ross was off to a great start, and I think he had 3 really nice plays, and then he got hurt, had some type of foot injury, so we'll know where he is tomorrow. Sergio got hurt. Had a couple other guys had to come out. Tyson got banged up. We were actually going to give him another opportunity to go back in, and we were trying to put him in, and he couldn't really do what he needed to do. So, you know, I thought special teams, you know, right out of the gate, it was that's just incredibly disappointing. You know, we just didn't contain the ball. You know, that's the number one job there, is to leverage the ball. 21-man rule there, and you know, really disappointed with that. And I thought that, you know, kind of deflated the crowd there for a little bit. But when we came back and we were able to get a score on special teams, and I thought that was a good spark for us. So good momentum. BT continues to do a great job. I think he's hit about 6 or 7 or so in a row. It's great to see him bounce back from having that one bad game, and then Will Spires continues to do a great job for us. And then offensively, you know, we got 99 plays, almost 500 yards, but, you know, really the story of the day was just missed plays. You know, so many missed opportunities for just very easy plays. So that was a little disappointing, but we did a lot of good things. You know, the turnover on the goal line was you know, Wrench trying to get it in there, and, you know, you hate to see that, but that was frustrating. We did have 14 different guys touch the ball, so that was a positive. And, man, Bo Collins continues to play well for us, and I love his energy. Dakari is really starting to come on, you know, as he's kind of grown into it. It was great. You know, we saw that last week in him, and then with Ross going down, I thought he stepped in and did a great job for us. So really pleased there. Davis Allen, Brenny, doing some good things, continuing to do that. So it's just a good day, a fun day, and you know, glad to get the win. So we'll enjoy it tonight and get back at it tomorrow. We've got a senior day next week, last game in the Valley against a great football team, and hopefully again we'll be a little bit more complete. And hopefully some guys will grow from this tape. Some guys that we played all those linemen, so it'll be fun to watch the tape and be able to coach those guys a lot of those guys who really haven't had a chance to be coached from a game rep situation. So hopefully that'll help us. And with that, I'll take questions.
Do you have any feel for how much DJ's accuracy is affected by his knee injury right now?
No, he's been great in practice. I mean, he was awesome all week. He just was very inaccurate, the first quarter and a half there. Just missed some. I mean, he was just very, very inaccurate. But he wasn't that way in practice all week. He looked great. It was just some missed plays. And then there was a couple of plays we need to make for him, or, kind of off our hand. I think those things kind of get you in rhythm as well that we didn't make. But, yeah, just inaccurate early. But he battled through it. And, again, I love how we finished the first half. I thought that was really, really good. And then I like how he finished the third quarter when we took him out. And we needed to get him out. We couldn't afford to leave with Tyson hurt. We really couldn't afford to leave him in there any longer. We subbed him, but I like how he finished. I thought he finished well. The throw he made to 84 on the sideline was a great throw. We didn't make the play, but that was a great throw. And again, he just kind of played through it. But for whatever reason, he was just a little off early with some easy plays for him. But again, he finished the half well, and he finished the game well. So that was a positive. But I had a great week of practice.
With Tyson banged up, did you think about going to Hunter at the beginning of the second half or any earlier in the third quarter?
No. We again like how we finished the second half. We thought that was real positive there, and I thought we did a good job before we took him out. But we needed to get control of the game, and we felt like we had control of the game, but we just wanted to just kind of finish with a little bit more precision there. And I thought it was good for DJ again, just to kind of work his way out, but. It was good to get Hunter in there, good to get Billy in there. I don't know how serious Tyson is. I'll know a little bit more tomorrow. Hopefully it's minor, and he'll be ready to go next week. But if not, those guys will have to be ready, and so they really hadn't played all year. So first opportunity to get them in there, so it's good to be able to get them that experience.
In what areas are you seeing the most growth and improvement from DJ?
His leadership, great leadership. He really has. I mean, his toughness. His mental toughness, I think he's made a lot of improvement there. And his practice habits are great. He's very engaged at practice every day. He had a great week. He's got great understanding of what we're doing. He's had past 3 games have been really playing well. He was just a little inaccurate early for whatever reason, just a little off, a little high, a little wobbly, but he settled in and finished well. But if you ask me, the number one thing I'm seeing in him is just him growing as a leader.
Coach, you mentioned holding Shipley in base. We really haven't seen that from you in the past in a game like this, even with guys like Trevor Lawrence. Was that motivated by just how crazy this year has been, how many injuries you've had?
Yeah, well, Kobe didn't practice all week. I mean, he just kind of took some reps in green, so no live reps, and he was pretty shook up. Again, it was just going to be a emergency only. Shipley looked good on Wednesday and Thursday, but he that foot was hurt, and we just didn't want to have a setback, and we felt good about Maffa and Wrench, and if we could get control of the game early, and we were able to do that, and so that's why.
With Skowski and Xavier Thomas and Justin, do you know on them?
Skowski's fine. He's fine. And Maskell, was banged up, so I don't know the status of him. Xavier just felt he got a little tweak in his hamstring, so he just didn't think he could go full speed right there. He just felt a little tweak, so we held him out after that.
How about Trey Williams?
Just kind of same thing. Trey's got every injury you can think of. He's unbelievable. I don't even know how he's still playing. It's just that kid is amazing. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I mean, he's got foot issues, both shoulders. He just keeps rubs dirt on it and just keeps coming back, keeps showing up every Monday. Just unbelievable. So just kind of just another part of his shoulder. So he'll be a guy that whenever we get through the season, he's got some surgery coming and get him well, but he just refuses to not play. And he goes out and practices every week and puts himself in position to play. It's amazing.
You said UConn might do some different things, having 3 weeks off. Or did they throw any curveballs at you today that you had to adjust for?
Not really. We knew they would try something. The surprise onside there to start the half. Great job by McGuire. I was really proud. We knew that they would try to steal a possession somewhere, so I was really proud of McGuire going and getting that ball. But not really. They were pretty much did what we thought they'd do.
Did you go into the game thinking you'll be able to push them around more with the run and sort of?
Well, we hope so, but they played all one safety, man coverage, one safety, and so we knew we felt like we could hit some plays on them and loosen them up a little bit. But they had unblocked guys in the box. I wasn't real pleased in the first half. I didn't think we took over the line of scrimmage like I wanted us to. But we got better as the game went. But we missed it. There were a lot of big plays there, and we missed it. We made some, but we missed some big ones in that first half that were there, because that's kind of what they're forcing you to do. And but yeah, I didn't think we ran the ball effectively at all in that first half, like I would have liked for us to out of the gate. And then we started subbing, and it was kind of a mixed bag.
Coach, what 3 players with the backups as the game went along and were able to keep momentum kind of stood out to you as they got some playing time against UConn today?
Well, Dakari, number one. He's been tremendous. And then when Ross went down, he went in there and really did a heck of a job for us, man. I'm proud of him. Brenny keeps growing up. He's Ennis got hurt today as well, and couldn't come back in. So Brenny's taking advantage of his opportunity. Had a couple of big plays. Really proud of him. And then defensively, we had several guys that got in there and made some plays. I thought Greg Williams late in the game, showed up a little bit. It's good to see that young man be able to get in there and play some. But we had a lot of guys that I thought did a good job off the hoof, but I want to see the tape. But for certainly those couple guys really stepped up for us in a big way. Good to see Luke Price get in there and make a big 4th and 6. He hadn't had a lot of opportunity this year either. And I thought Rencher did some good things. He hadn't had much opportunity, and he did some good things. And nobody's more disappointed than him. Nobody's more committed. Nobody cares more than that young man. And so your heart breaks for him. Right there on the goal line, trying to punch it in.
With Booth out today, it had to be good to see Sheridan Jones step up like he did. Almost had 2 turnovers. Yeah, really proud of him. And it was close, doggone it, on that one. And it was the right call. He didn't quite have control of it, but really good technique, really good man technique, really good turn on the ball, and a finish. It was a nice play, and his confidence has grown. He's quietly had a very steady year for us, and that's really what we needed from Sheridan. I felt like last year he lost his confidence, and it's good to see him playing, confident football, and really just, week in and week out, he's been a very consistent, great, his performer. Like he's a winning performance every week, just doing his job, and that's been a good thing for us.
Dabo Spanos, the UConn coach, said after the game he was really grateful for some time he said that you spent with his family before the game. You have some idea of what he's had to go through this season. What can you say about that? Well,
first of all, what a great family. Unbelievable family. I got to meet his daughter. I got to meet his sons and his wife. It's a football family, and this is, he's been a commuting coach for a long time, and so just a lot's going on. But it was great to meet him. Got a lot of respect for him, and the job that he's had to be thrown in to do this year and leading that team. And it's the first time I've met him that I can recall. He said he came in here as a when he was in the pros, but I didn't remember meeting him. But it was good to meet him, and again meet his family, and I know today meant a lot to them to be able to come and see him, and same thing with the Pumachans. All the Pumachans were here. I don't know how many Pumachans, but there were a lot of them. They were all here, and I got a chance to see Tyler. And I told Coach Spanos that I really appreciate them traveling him, because they didn't have to travel him, but them bringing him down here, that was really cool, and a class act by them. And Tyson getting a score, I thought that was awesome, and then he was done. So he didn't get a chance to get back in there, but it was really cool to meet him, and just a good day. I'm glad I got a chance to meet his family, and again, got a lot of respect for him.
If Tyson is healthy, will you let them kind of compete in practice this week and see if you can play?
Oh, we compete every week. There's no week we don't compete. We compete every week.
Dabo, you mentioned some unblocked guys in the box. So do you think the run issues are mostly a result of communication?
No, it's just unblocked guys that had more in there than you can block. That's what happens when you play. Against a one safety defense. That's why they do that. Is to outnumber you in the box and force you to throw it. And that's what we saw all last year. We were always having guys in the box, but we'll see the tape. I did not think the guys that we were supposed to control, we weren't consistent enough in doing our job. But we'll see the tape and see exactly where we had some miscues. But when I say unblocked guys, I mean guys that are literally, truly unblocked, not a missed assignment. Just they're not designed to be blocked. Can't block them. Unless they let us play with 12.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off twice. Tony mentioned having some conversations about maybe taking some pressure off of DJ. Had Tyson been healthy, would y'all have rolled with him for the rest of the half?
I don't know. Yeah, he would have gotten another opportunity to go in there, so got to play well. But we didn't get that opportunity, so.
Coach, both those long kickoffs, the return man dropped the kick, muffed it, and it's amazing how often you see that in football. Does it just completely disrupt the timing of the coverage unit, and how do you kind of guard against
No, it should be a positive for the coverage unit. It shouldn't be a negative. But they've returned a couple kicks already this year. That we thought was the best part of their team, and just disappointed. Donnelly for us that kid has been as good a guy. That's why he starts on that team. For the last 2 years, that kid has been as consistent a player as we've had on this team, special teams wise. An unbelievable. Does a great job. And I thought he just tried to do his number one job is leverage the ball inside and just force it, and we'll make the play. And he just, I thought, tried to do a little too much, and probably a little amped up, and just poor technically right there. And next thing you know, that ball's outside, and we got a bunch of guys caught up inside. And that kid's a good player. He's fast, and again, we saw that on tape. So it was just a bad play. And then the last one, we just had a bunch of guys in there trying to get them in the game, and we didn't get a great kick. We kicked it in the dang middle of the field, and just did a poor job. So again, it gives us a chance to really challenge some young guys and some walk-ons and guys like that hadn't had much time to play. And you want to play, here you go. So no good deed goes unpunished.
Was the interception, should EJ have made a better play?
Absolutely, 100%, no question.
And with the drops, how frustrating is that?
It's frustrating. He had a rough day. A rough day.
In general with the receivers.
Yeah. Well, I thought EJ had a rough day. We had too many balls go off our hands. Had a couple MAs out there. It's disappointing. I think Bo had one maybe. Dakari had one. But they made a lot of plays and did a nice job. That one Dakari cost him 100 yards. He had 97 yards. But Bo made some nice ones. But we had a couple guys that didn't play near as well as we need them to, and are capable of.
Fan attendance, Coach, has been a hot topic in college football. Some schools have seen their numbers dwindle, while Clemson saw a near-capacity crowd today. What do you most attribute that to, the active engagement of your fan base that so many winning programs struggle to maintain?
History, tradition, passion. It's been that way at Clemson forever. We got unbelievable fans, and they show up. I tell our guys that all the time. We're so blessed. We're so fortunate. We see tape. We see getting game tape, prep, crossover tape. You're studying the opponent, and you're looking, and you see a lot of empty stands in a lot of places. And I tell our guys all the time how blessed we are, and what a privilege it is to be able to play at a place like this, because not everybody has that. It's special. It really is. And we've won a lot of games here over the last 13 years, a bunch of them, and our home crowd does an amazing job for us. It's special, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who we play, it doesn't matter what time we play. Our fans show up, and I have a great appreciation, and that's what I grew up in. That's the way it was at Alabama, and that's what I was used to. That's why when I came here, I didn't know anything about the pageantry of Clemson. I had one vision in my mind. That was Tuscaloosa. That's all I knew. I knew what game. That's all I knew. When I thought of game day, that's all I knew. I didn't know anything else. And I just remember, coming here when we were in the McFadden building. And in those days, as an assistant, I would walk from McFadden over to stadium, get over there early and for recruiting and stuff. And I just remember walking across many, many times going, wow, this is awesome. This is really cool. And that's one of the reasons when I got the job, I kind of changed our routine and type because I didn't think our guys really understood it. And, it's so important. People are passionate about it. And it's a blessing. This little town, we don't have this massive alumni base. We don't. We're one of the smaller alumni bases out there. IPTAY is amazing. The amount of money that's raised by a small group of people, it's amazing. And so it's a blessing. It's something I have such a great appreciation for, and I try to instill that in our players all the time. And again, when you're watching tape and you can stop the tape and there's nobody there. And, everybody works hard in football, no matter where you are. It's hard work. But it's awesome when you can show up and have an environment like we have.
On the fake field goal, I guess is that the way that UConn lined up? They thought you had an opportunity there?
Yep, just film study, and we felt like that if we needed something like that, it would be there, just the way we designed it. But you have to have the right situation. It's got to be the right hash, the right down and distance, the right place on the field position, and it just worked out. It just was perfect, and it was exactly the way we drew it up. And guys executed it very, very well, and really proud of that. And again, that was a big spark for us. It was almost like the field goal was going to be deflating right there, and to be able to come away with the touchdown, I thought it just gave us a little spark. And again, answered their special team score, and we really didn't look back from there.
With Dakari and the big plays down the field, is that what you've seen from him in practice?
Yeah, he's just really that his practice habits are amazing. Kid works incredibly hard. He's taking advantage of his opportunity. Early part of the year, you got Latson, you got Ngata. Now they're gone, and Ross banged up. So it's just been good to see him, take advantage of that opportunity. And he's just been grinding. I thought he hit a wall early part of the season. I thought he really just hit a freshman wall, but he kind of gotten through it. And I think his confidence has really, really grown in a game like today. Is going to do that kid, great wonders. I thought the way he played last week was a spark for us. Just played tough, played competitive, played fast, and you see that in practice. So it's good to see him take it to the game field.
DJ clearly limited running with that knee kind of favoring it. Do you have a feel for the progression there?
Yeah, he's fine. He can run. We just didn't run him. He can run. We just didn't run him. We didn't feel like we had to run him today, but he can do what he needs to do. We wouldn't put him out there if he couldn't do what he needs to do.
Yeah, but does a win like this?
He's not Lamar Jackson, but he can do what he needs to do.
Yeah, but does a win like this do anything mentally for the players, considering all, like you said, all of the games this season that have come down to the last possession? Does this do anything mentally for the guys?
Hopefully it helps our morale, because again, you've got a lot of guys that played that have not played or played very little. So a chance to coach those guys and a chance for them to get in there. Man, they've been working all year, and it's been a challenging year that way. I mean, literally just down to the last play. And again, we've won 5 out of 6, so that's a blessing. But today, absolutely, we can grow our team from today.
Yeah, but with the Joe, does he not, I guess, do what he needs to in practice to give him more opportunities, or is he falling off at all?
Just guys have moved ahead of him. He's had a couple opportunities, a couple starts, and Dakari's just moved ahead right now. And we love him, but it's just where we are. Those guys have taken advantage of their opportunities, and we're still going to need him. We got to need him. He's got to be ready.